Good morning and welcome. Welcome to my live stream. It's the Fight CPS with your host, Bob Pace. That's right, you heard it right. Fight CPS. Sad to say, CPS has not been my friend, and I don't think it's your friend. And sad to say something about a government entity when I believe so much in our government and so much in democracy and so much of our freedom. But apparently, there are rogue CPS entities. And what I mean by rogue, that they believe that money is more important. Money is more important than family reunification or helping out families or helping out them in need. Providing a lot of good services for them. And it is a hard time. Now, this morning, a very nice couple from Santa Clarita went to a deposition hearing at 8 o'clock this morning without an attorney. A court-appointed attorney was appointed late last night, but she has over 100 cases. So I really want to say my prayers out to this couple. They're wrongly accused of medical neglect. They had a child who was 4 years old at the time that complained of stomach pains. So they took the child to their pediatrician right away. Pediatrician said they should go to the emergency room at the hospital. So the first hospital they went to, they did not diagnosed that she had appendicitis. And the parents were quite surprised and they wanted a second opinion. So they went to the hospital, a second hospital, where they performed to remove her appendicitis without trying other methods or treatments. With the parents suspicious of things, not wanting to see the appendix being removed because the appendix does have a purpose. A lot of you may not know that. It helps to fight off other diseases as the child grows. Anyway, they didn't do x-rays. And what happened was they removed appendicitis and the parents went along with it. They went to this hospital and they removed it. But the child still complained of stomach pain in her abdominal area. See, the appendix is on the right side, and the abdominal pains were on the left side. Now, I'm not a medical doctor, just like I'm not a lawyer, but I'm very intelligent and read a lot. And I spent a good couple hours researching this matter and found out, and they found out, the parents, it was a misdiagnosis, because when they brought the child in a third time, they did an x-ray and they found gall stones near the ducts of the gallbladder. See, the gallbladder has this bile fluid that dissolves or helps digest your food. And I guess it had secreted so much that it hardened and it was causing undue stress. And if it bursts, of course, it can be infection in the abdominal area and so forth. But they are giving the child treatment. And because the gallbladder stones were so small that she'll eventually pass them through and breaking it down. So long story short, they're going to, this happened this last weekend. They're going to court because the Rogue County of Los Angeles, California, has insisted at Monterey Park, that's where the dependency hearing will be heard, the child needs to be removed. Now, the child's not been removed from the parents, but without an attorney, they want to spend money to hire an attorney. They would like to hire Mr. Davis, and I'm trying to work on that. But it's like they barely got their paperwork. I think it was the day before yesterday. They approached me on Sunday. And this turnaround event is it's a wasted time. And that is a clear-cut example of how bad social services is. They don't care. All they care about is money. You see, once they open a case, they're going to get $20,000 a month. They're going to call the county, get a number. A number is your case. Once you have a number, it's free money. And what I mean by that is that the U.S. federal government sends billions of dollars to the states, billions. And then the state in turn sends millions to the county. They get extra money for special needs. They get like $10,000 more a month for special needs children. And if that child is adopted in foster care, the Child Protection Agency is rewarded with a $35,000 bonus. That was a law, the incentive law, that amended the Family Welfare Act of 1997, signed into law by Bill Clinton. Now, I'm trying a different approach. I'm on here twice a day, and I'm trying to come up with different approaches in my live stream. I don't want to make it sound so much the same and so forth. So I've really gotten into the thick and meat of why you all are here. One, you represent over 1,700 people I've talked to for 19 months. I started in October 2023. And I've talked to over 23 countries, including the United States, and also the District of Columbia. So it's a worldwide, I wouldn't say epidemic, but it's hard. Families are so important. I too was a victim of CPS. My family was destroyed by CPS. I can't get hired at a job because of what they've done to me. I lost my home because of them. I lost one of my 6 children because of them. They lie, they retaliate. My case was in Orange County, and the director of Orange County was so bad. I talked to him. It went in one ear, it went out the other ear. His office, his own personal office, in Taj Mahal. It looked like the Emerald City of the Wizard of Oz, all green. Anyway, I'm not here really to talk about my case. I'm trying to share some things about my case, so I help you all. I've developed 5 rules that will help you. And if I had to do this all over again, I would never have had my children stolen or trafficked into foster care. It's a horrible, horrible feeling. There is such many cases of abuse and neglect. And a lot of you are my regulars here. Now, Brown Recluse is called in. She's from Lexington, Kentucky, near my friend Faye Manley up there in Richmond, Kentucky, who is a single mom trying to adopt her son, who's 20-some years old. And they've been after her. She had been brought up in foster care herself. She had been trafficked and abused by the foster care system. It is horrible. It is so, so horrible. Yes. Brown, I hope everything works out this morning. They're supposed to get back to me when they get through with their court. But I told them to contact Vincent Davis at 6:30 in the morning. He has a live session at 6:30, questions and answers. And hopefully they can ask him some questions. I told them they need to ask the judge, which they will, for a postponement so that they can get the attorney aboard and get all the documentation and everything need. They have reports from the pediatrician that said the parents did nothing wrong and that they were very correct to bring their child. They have reports from the first hospital who diagnosed the thing as appendicitis. Now, it was not appendicitis, so there's a civil lawsuit you can go against the hospital. That's wrong. And they have insurance. They can pay for it. Yeah, that's right. The doctors that make those $200,000 a year salaries or $300,000 or wherever the case would be can't afford it because they pay for insurance, professional insurance. Um, Excuse me one moment here. I was trying to take care of a matter here. Um, and thank you for the message, uh, Facebook person there. Thank you very much. No, they don't get extra money as a veteran. No. The money that goes doesn't go to the parents, it goes to the foster care people, it goes to the CPS workers. They get bonuses. I mean, when you mention that to me, I'm sorry to be laughing, but my social worker, all she talked about when we saw her was her Gucci purse she'd get every week, her BMW car, her eyelashes, her makeup, her wardrobe. That's all she was talking about. That's all she was interested in. It was sad. Um, it's very strange when you're dealing with CPS. If you remember the story of Alice in Wonderland, she fell in the rabbit hole and was caught up in a maze and met the Cheshire cat, who told her to go from one room to the next room. In every room, she would go nowhere. One room set off with her head. Well, that's how CPS is. It's a maze. You don't know it. It's very complicated. They lie, they cheat, they retaliate, they embezzle money. I could go on and on and on. They're so bad that a group of 8 social workers in Prescott, Arizona bought pink t shirts, not because of breast awareness, but because they wanted to display on the front of their t shirts in white stencil the letters or the words that said, "We are professional child kidnappers." And on the back, because they wanted to walk around and they'd send another message: "Parents, do you know where your children are?" That is a horrible thing for adult social workers with 25 years of experience in social work, working in Prescott, Arizona. Now, they went ahead and paraded around. It was so bad when they paraded around. They picked Costco, Walmart, Kmart, Target, Best Buy, Sears, May Company, J.C. Penney's. I could go on and on and on. The message they were sending out there was cruel. And the people of Prescott complained and they were immediately fired. Not only were they fired, the director of the Department of Children's Services, DCS, was also fired. That left one person to run the office, one person to handle all the calls of neglect and abuse, one person to go out and investigate, one person to monitor the families that had case plans. That was wrong. That is wrong. There's so many cases of instances where they lied. The social worker in this past weekend has lied to the parents. Oh, she won't be there at the detention hearing. Oh, no big deal. You need to sign some paperwork. They're so contriving, so bad that these parents and you guys and me fall for it. And good morning, Dorothy Cook. It's good to see you. Dorothy Cook is from North Carolina and has a horrible case. The person with the Facebook that is saying a religious stating, which is great. I believe in God and I appreciate the message of Psalm. Let me see here, 118 verses 17. I think it's Psalm 118 verses and Luke chapter 10, 19. Do you have a first name that you can insert or tell me your name so I can call you? I mean, not call you by the phone, but talk to you. That sounds good. And also, please tell me where you're from. I know where Brown Recuse is. And it's okay if she has her name. It always thinks of the spider, Brown Recuse spider. But anyway, I've talked to her on the phone. Forgot her name, though. Her name, I think, is, I want to say Cassandra, but it's probably not. I probably messed up that name. But Dorothy Cook, I know, is from North Carolina, and I appreciate her username. I'm not offended to you, the Facebook that is preaching anything about God. That doesn't offend me. It's hard to talk to people when they put that in their Facebook. So if you can amend that, or maybe tell your name in your next text message. And speaking of text message, it's really important. Mia Dirk, hey, I have a case where CPS lied to me for a no car seat. First offense, a case. What do you think the judge is going to do? Oh boy. Hold on one second, Dirk. Do you know where you're from? In fact, a lot of you are texting in messages, which is great. Let me tell you the format to text in a message. Please make a comment or a question. It should pertain to CPS. We need to stick to the focus of the child protection system. That's what I call CPS. It has many names, as you heard me talk about Prescott, Arizona Department of Children's Services, or LA County Department of Family and Child Services, or Orange County Child Protection Service. I just call it the Child Protection System, and I'll use CPS. Please state your first name, your city or county, your state, and of course, a country, because as I said, I have 23 countries. It is open worldwide. I've heard from Indonesia, Bangladesh, India, and then Middle East. I've heard from Saudi Arabia and Libya. And then over to the continent of Africa, I've heard from Liberia, Sudan, Republic of Congo, Rwanda, Mozambique, and South Africa. Then up to Europe, it's England, Scotland, and Wales, and Denmark and Sweden. Then across the pond to North America, it's Canada, and then the United States. And I've talked to all 50 states. And then south of the border, Mexico. Then in South America, north of Brazil, on the East Coast, Grenada. Then across the South Pacific to New Zealand, and then the land down under Australia. So whether you're in Pennsylvania or in South Africa, you all have something in common. It is because of the income status that you have. And it's nothing wrong. I mean, not everybody is going to be wealthy like Elon Musk that could give out $1 million check for someone that would vote for him. That's a lot of money. It's hard for me to comprehend. But what's even worse is when you have a government entity, the federal government, that makes over $1 trillion business, $1 trillion business that the federal government makes on the child protection system. That's not right. And believe me, Doge, the Department of Government I forgot the name. It begins with an E. Department of Government. I can't think of the name there. Well, I'm thinking about that. Let me go back into the situation with Mia Dirk, who I hope she'll tell me where she's from. Now, if it's true that the CPS can prove that you didn't use a car seat, the judge could just give out a warning. Depends on what else is going on in your life and your family, what kind of family people you are. You may have to take a parenting class. It's very important that children have a car seat, and it all depends on their size and weight, not how old they are, their size and weight. They should be restrained because a regular seatbelt is designed for adults, and you can have a 200 man in that seat. So, that car seat for children is designed for children. They said my baby had a diaper rash and I didn't change her diapers. Okay, there's number two. So they got you for no car seat and a diaper rash. Now, I use Decidin. Decidin is a good ointment. I don't get any kickbacks by using the name Decidin. But I've raised 6 children, so I know about diaper rash, and diapers and stuff. Decidin works good in children and adults. It helps any kind of rash you may have in your private area. It's really good. So again, the judge may insist on the parenting class. You're from New Jersey. Well, glad to meet you. I know where New Jersey is. I've been to Rehoboth Beach in Delaware. Of course, that was related to surfing. I've been all over around the world. I have been to at least 50 countries with beaches, and I've lived in about 10 of them. Now, you say it's a lie. Okay. Do you have pictures that shows your child with diaper rash or no diaper rash? Do you have your pediatrician for the child said they'd never seen you bring in a child who had diaper rash? Do you have a pediatrician that could say you use a car seat all the time? They've seen it. Or do you have pictures of your child in a car seat? Trenton, New Jersey. Okay. Then they placed my child with a fake family member who said they were a cousin who neglected my child, so the placement had to be moved to another family member. Yeah, when they take your child because they think that the child's in danger, the problem is lately they take the child too soon. Your child is never in danger. They have to be really in danger. My children were immediately taken. They were in school at the time. And they were immediately taken after 5 years of them harassing me. 5 years. Well, we got a little bit of time. You go to court June 3rd, I think is next Wednesday, if I get my calendar right. I think it's next Wednesday. I think the 2nd maybe it's Tuesday. Let me see. Today is the 29th, 30th, 1, 2, 3, 4. The 5th is okay. So I'm at really good time with the Doges, the E meaning what there. I've gotten something here that I forgot there. But we got some time to help you out here, Mick Dirk from Trenton, New Jersey. And I really want to help you. Efficiency. Thank you, Dorothy. Yes, the Department of Government Efficiency. I couldn't think of the name efficiency. Thank you, Dorothy. You're a great help. You're a great help. That DOG is investigating social services, is who formed. Social services is the creator of the child protection system. In 1962, the government signed into law that the social service would create a group of social workers to protect their children from neglect and abuse, and also do family rehab to get the family back together, to reunite the family. That is so important because the best parents are the biological parents that raise children. Now, like this one mother here from Trenton who's talking about diaper rash and a car seat, they shouldn't take children away because of that. That doesn't place them in danger unless the pediatrician will say, yes, every time the child's brought in, they have extreme rash problems. Or someone besides the social worker saw the child without a car seat. And again, those are things that can be fixed with parenting classes. It's a simple step. They come in, you have your deposition, the child remains at home, and then the parents take parenting classes that deal with changing diapers and deal with car seats. They're a 1 month class, and then they can come back in for the jurisdiction, and then they can do updates, and they'll eventually get their child back, maybe in a month or two. But that's how they should handle it. All depends if the judge is corrupt. You see, that's the problem. You're like out in the woods, and the woods are so thick that you can't tell a good person from a bad person because it's too thick. And you don't know until you get involved, and then it's a big nightmare. And you have to remember a most important rule of mine is get a real attorney. I don't mean a court-appointed attorney or a public defender. They're easy to get. They work for child protection system, and they are only criminal attorneys. The attorney you need to get is a professional licensed juvenile law, family law, dependency attorney. That's the kind you need to get. That's the kind you need to get. So anyway, in 1962, social services formed the protection of our children from neglect and abuse and do family reunification. That's the word I'm trying to think. Reunification. Government efficiency. Yes. Sometimes you think of things and you can't come on there right at the tip of your tongue. But I want to help you, Mia Dirk. You got to tell me more. In fact, one thing, when you state your name, also you need to start talk about your case from the beginning to where you're at. I need to know all the details so I can help you. Now, another way to interact with this live stream is to be a guest on my live stream. Now, I'm on twice a day. I'm on Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. And on the weekends, Saturday and Sunday, I'm on at 8 a.m. And thank you for the emojis. Yes, you found emojis. And what do we have? We have Maria Zento. We have the things that CPS child protectivity. God is greater than all CPS. Wow. I wish you'd have me a name there. The guy from Facebook and Dorothy Cook. Thank you very much. And the smiley face is, oh my, that's the expression. And then Maria Zenter sent me, and Dorothy Cook sent one with a scrunched up face. Yes. Thank you. It helps add humor in here. I appreciate the emojis. What's also nice is hearts and thumbs up and even the stars. You can send me some stars. Please check below to follow me. And if you want to be notified when we be on, check the notification button. Check the notification button. So anyway, we're talking about being a guest. I can take 9 of you. All you do is write into grace@vincentwdavis.com. Now, I told you my morning times, but my evening times is 7 days a week at 7 p.m. Now, those times are given to Pacific Standard Time. I'm broadcasting on YouTube using the StreamYard application from California, the West Coast of California, at a place called Surf City, USA. I'm 3 blocks from the beach, and I love it because I am a diehard surfer. I have to get my gills wet all the time, and I started surfing at 7, and I'm now 75. So it's been about 68 years that I've been out in that ocean. That is my love, besides my family. I love my family, and it is hard for me at the age of 60 to go through what I went through. But anyway, a lot of you are experiencing it at an early age, and that's wrong too. That's wrong too. So she'll send you a link. They'll get you the StreamYard, and if you get knocked off, you can be put back on again. The rules are simple. She'll tell them to you, but things like don't eating, no smoking, no profanity, do not use the names of children, social workers, or judges. Looks like we got a call. Great. All right. Good morning and welcome to my live stream. I'm Bob Pace. Do you have a story to say or a question? Right. Yes, Jessica. What was the news? Yes, I talked about before you go much further. I know. I was telling everybody about you, and everybody was praying. I had all the room here praying for you. And you know, yeah, I know they are, and it's just it is sad there. Um, we talked about your case and how bad it was and everything, and um, yeah, yeah. Okay, go ahead.
He just didn't make a fun of himself. And other thing, he's the one that chose the attorney because he's familiar with it, and it's not his professional opinion for us to get a different attorney. And when he said for in regards to your continuous request, that I will only grant 1 day
Okay.
based on statute.
Yeah, yeah. Hold on one second. Hold on one second, Jessica. Hold on. Hello. This is Bob Pace. Who am I speaking to? Okay. Where are you from? Oh, you're the one that is Miss Dirk. Right. And you put a question mark. I don't understand what the question mark's about. What is that? Right, right. We're gonna go. We can talk because here's my problem. I already took a call in from Jessica, the parents that were in court this morning, and I like her to finish my thing. Can I call you? Can I call you back? All right. God bless you. I'll call you back. Okay. Yep. This magic phone I use sometimes is too magic. I'm sorry, Jessica. That was the lady from Trenton, New Jersey, they had some questions and she didn't know you're on the phone. I don't know how long the lag time is between me talking on the show and you guys listening. I don't know if there's a lot of lag or something in there. But to all your listeners right now, I can only do one call at a time. That's why I tell people to become a guest because I can take 9 of you at one time. 9 of you one time. So anyway, they'll give you a 1 day continuance so that you can meet with your attorney and talk to your attorney. Now, this judge, oh, okay, because the judge picked the attorney said based on what? I mean, did you tell the judge my attorney won't talk to me?
Particular case, he's confident in that he's seen them before. He thinks they're more than adequate. He said, even though you don't like her, she's still a good attorney. And
Well, tell her is not, you should told the judge, Your Honor, with all fairness and due respect, that's usually the best way to use it. I've not met this new attorney. I did attempt to try to talk to her, and she told me she wasn't going to come to court today, and that she further said that a continuance, and the continuance was not to select a new attorney, that was to get some time to go over the evidence and prepare for the detention hearing. But anyway, it seems like, just like I thought, the judge is corrupt, the attorney's corrupt, the court is corrupt. Did you ask the judge, was his attorney schooled in juvenile law, dependency law, and family law? Yeah. Anyway, yeah, one day is not going to be. I don't know if Vincent can come aboard that quick. Um, what else happened? Anything else? Okay. And what about the social worker? Was the social worker there? Oh, okay. Okay. And what did they say? What did they say?
Take care or anything.
Okay.
Accompanied me to help me with my 5-month-old, and
Mm-hmm.
she took me and interviewed her as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And when she was done with the interviews, then she went.
How do you think the judge? Do you think he's a fair judge? No.
Some people prefer to be in jail than be taking their kids away with a smile on his face. And he said, "Good luck trying to find a new attorney, and by statute, I can only give you one day," with a smile on his face.
Yeah.
Asked him, "Judge, if it's okay, can I have the weekend to find one? As I also am a mother, full-time mother, and the, that shouldn't be more. We're not requesting 90 days. It's just 2 days, technically 2 business days. If you can grant me that." And he goes, "By statute, only one day," with a smile on his face. So I knew that he also did not have the best interest for my children.
Well, I would have felt like, Your Honor, can I ask you a question? Are you a juvenile law, a dependency law, a family judge? Is that your background? Now, I wouldn't have asked him that because, well, this is not a criminal matter.
Said, "This is a criminal case to him, and he used to be a criminal attorney when I asked for not 60 to 90 days."
Oh, you're not asking for a criminal. Did you say what your kind of attorney you're looking for? Well, it's not that, but you need to emphasize to the judge, with all respect to the judge, I'm looking for a juvenile law, family law dependency attorney, not a criminal attorney, because I've not been charged with a crime. I've been charged with medical neglect, that I did not immediately take care of my child who had, well, anyway, they didn't get into the case. Is the child still with you? Okay. I'm glad that he didn't try to take the child because he really has no grounds on. But have you been able to schedule a consultation with Mr. Davis? Did you try this 6:30 this morning to talk to him? I know. But you have time now to call the office and that you want an immediate consultation with Mr. Davis. Now,
Okay.
wait, how about, okay, that one you have scheduled the internet is going to maybe take some time. Have you even looked at that website yet to see if there's any time available today? Yeah, let me put that up right now because in case you forgot, all the people that are hearing, I have a consultation with Mr. Davis that I'm offering all of you out there, by the way. For $60, you can have a 30-minute private Zoom consultation with attorney Davis, care of me, Bob Pace, and you go to the website https:// www Candly, CALENDLY.com/apps, APPTS, VWD /Bob Pace. Now, someone asked me for the website for Doge. Doge is the Department of Government Efficiency. It's doge.gov. It's real simple. Doge.gov. Now, the phone number is area code 202. I'm going to have to find it here for a second because I don't have it memorized. But right now, Jessica is looking for that website. Tell me when you got it. That's all right. Yeah. Do you see it on the screen? It's right below my chin. Do you see it below my chin? Okay. Okay. For all you listeners, or the one that asked me, the Doge numbers are 202 456 1111. Or the second number is 202 456 1414. That will get you the White House. That will get you the White House. And if you're having problems with your CPS, tell them, because right now they're investigating CPS as well as social services. We need to fight back because we have corrupt child protection services entities out there. The CPS system is broken in a lot of areas. A lot of areas. I'm so sorry. I wish you had looked at that 3 days ago when I gave it out. You know. Well, why don't you see if you can? Do this. I want you to call that 888 number. Let me take down that website here. Okay, do you see the number 888 Yeah. What you want to do is tell them that you spoke to Bob Pace on the weekend and you've been speaking to him almost every day. And what you need to do is that you need a consultation badly because you want to hire him to defend you in a case of medical neglect with the LA County Child Protection Service at Monterey Park. Is the court that's close to his office. Now his retainer is $5,000. He's a $500 an hour attorney, but he does have lots of deals. If you're willing to work out something, he's willing to work with you. Okay, I can't make any promises, but tell him that you have a consultation for 15 minutes lined up, but it's going to be a week away. Tell him that you saw a candidly consultation, but it's tomorrow night. And it's very important that you have him defended because what they're trying to do, it's an easy case. Also, there could be a lawsuit very well in there because CPS jumped to the gun and acted like they were medical doctors and was trying to punish you guys for doing that. I know that time is important, But I want you to do those things if you can for me, all right? Oh, yes, or this afternoon. Don't forget, you can call me too after 11 o'clock. I am right now setting up um, um, Zoom uh, consultations. There's 3 of them on my paperwork to call. And there are people that want to consult them, but I don't know what kind of arrangements you can make with Mr. Davis. Also, there's another website. Now, there's besides the Candley website, go ahead and make that appointment for tomorrow night or for the next day night. I think it's Thursday night. I don't know, Friday night. I'm confused. Tomorrow, no, Saturday night. I think it's Saturday night. Um, but you know, when you speak to Mr. Davis, make sure you emphasize you talk to Bob Pace, that you want him to defend you, and that he knows your case really well. He knows your case, and he's helped me immensely on your case. And the judge and the attorney they appointed to you are terrible. They're smirking and smiling, and it's a sham case they brought against you. It's a sham case. Mm-hmm. Well, I had an attorney. I had an attorney named Art who represented my wife, and he's an excellent attorney. I also had another attorney named Mark who represented uh, my wife too. She had 2 attorneys. Mark and Art are 2 excellent attorneys, and you can mention that to Vincent. You can mention that to Vincent. He's worked with both of them. And Art is very, very fair. I'll have to look up his number and stuff, but Art and Mark, he can get a hold of them. Vincent knows them. So you can get one for your child. You get one for your child, one for your husband, and one for you. You could have Vincent Davis, Mark, and Art. That'd be the team. That'd be the team. Hold on one. I don't know what Mark and Art are because they're different than Vincent. And I'm not necessarily say Vincent will be fixed at 5,000. That's up to him. I don't decide the retainer. I just say it's approximate retainer. Like the other day, a couple from Georgia wanted to hire Vincent Davis to come to Atlanta, Georgia. He said it'd be $125,000 as the starting of the retainer. That's to cover the law license because every state you have to be licensed, and not every attorney keeps all 50 state licenses. If they're $1,000, that's $50,000 a year they'd spend. So they're not doing it. They only do it when they have to come to the practice law. Also, there's airfare from Los Angeles Airport to the Atlanta Airport. There's ground transportation, a car rental to take you from the airport to the hotel and from the hotel to the courtroom. Then there's a hotel he has to stay at, to sleep, and then there is the food he has to eat. Those are part of the per diem. That's part of the 125,000. So it is expensive to hire an attorney from our state, but a lot of people do it because Vincent is that good. He's done cases in New Jersey, Oklahoma. He's defended Native American Indians. He knows the ICWA law. He knows so much. He has 39 years of experience. And Art and Mark have been excellent attorneys. Art and Mark. Okay.
Okay.
And then lastly, I want you to go to the website called this website here. It's right below my chin. It's called the stand.store. It has deals that Vincent has. It has quoted prices for things he'll do for you. Like for less than $2,000, he'll give you 4 hours. He has special deals that he'll do. So please look at that site, https://www.stand.store/attorney VWD. You'll see guides on there for really cheap. There's a grandparent guide that helps grandparents get guardianship of their grandkids for $9.99. And if you use my discount code, it's PACE, PACE, capital P, capital A, capital C, capital E, 50. Okay? So I'll go ahead and take some other calls. You can call me back with any questions. God bless you, Jessica. Right. Yes, who's this? This is Bob Pace. Yes, I can. Who am I talking to? Okay, right. I'll have to get back to you because I just got through the phone with Jessica from California, and then we have a person from Trenton, New Jersey, that I need to call her back. She's next in line. I'll get to you after I get through talking to her. Okay. I'm not trying to ignore you. All right. Thank you. Okay. We have New York, but before I take the New York call, we had someone call in, McDirk. I need to call her, McDirk. Bob Pace, is this McDirk from Trenton, New Jersey? No, I'm still on my live show, but I need to take my call from her. Here she is. I'll talk to you in a little bit, okay? Hello, is this McDirk? I'm sorry, it took me a while to find your number. I don't know why, but I'm so sorry I didn't get back to you sooner. Um, anyway, I'm going to start back to where you said you're the one with the car seat, didn't have a car seat, and had diaper rash, and they decided to take your child because you suppose you endanger them, and they placed it with um with your mom or nobody. Now, did you have a team meeting with them? Did you have a team meeting? No. Usually, if they want to take your child, and they do take your child, within a couple days, they have what's called a team meeting. That's a meeting where they talk about the placement of your child. Now, what extreme danger is your child in by being with you? What is it? What is extreme?
They called the state cops on me. So once the state cops got here, they said by law they cannot place my daughter with somebody who I don't want my daughter with. They
Well,
still did it, and they blocked me up for search warrant, so I couldn't go to my first court date. I went to my second court date, but I didn't have an attorney, so they made me sign a paper so I could get an attorney, and now I'm going to court June 3rd, and he postponed the court date a whole month.
okay, hold on one second because I just see besides the diaper rash, the car seat, I see something called drugs. Oh boy,
Yeah.
I didn't know that about the drugs. Hold on. Yeah, but that I know, but you're the mother, and you're not supposed to be. They will stretch the law because they're interested in $20,000 for your child. That's why they're doing it. Um, and so, right now, is the father still involved, or is he the one that is causing problems in the family? What did he get locked up for?
they just not dropping the case because they don't have any discovery.
Well, here's the problem I'm trying to understand. When you get arrested by an officer, having no car seat is a traffic violation. It's not. It's not arrest. I don't know in the state of New Jersey, is it considered a misdemeanor or a felony? Ah, you didn't see. It's hard for me sometimes to understand you guys when you leave things out. That's so important. Anytime you get a warrant, he was arrested because of the warrant, not because of drugs in the car, not because of a no car seat. He was arrested because of warrant. When you fail to promise to appear, all you guys listening out there, if you sign a promising to appear and you do not show up, the judge orders a warrant. That means anytime that you're stopped, you could be arrested and thrown into jail. Well, the drugs is what's got your child taken from you. You cannot, even though you did not see the drugs. Well, you have a right not to let them into your home because that is your own privacy. Now, were they knocking on the door?
They search in my room. Come back and call me before they come back.
See, your landlord is not supposed to do that. They have to have a search warrant. Did they have a search warrant? See, they violated. You see, there's a lot of problems with the police and the social workers. They work together, but they do more than protect people and serve people. They try to be a judge and executor, and they're very bad people. Not all of them, not all of them, but I've seen too many cases of someone opening the door and being shot 5 times in the chest while they're talking to their girl or their fiance and dying. A black Air Force airman on May 3rd of 2024 was shot dead at the front door because the sheriff in Gainesville, Florida, had mistakenly identified, thinking that home was where the domestic violence was. And when the gentleman opened the door, the sheriff shot him 5 times. Now, the gentleman, the black airman, did have a gun, but he did not have it pointed at the sheriff. It was down at the ground. He was really worried because the neighborhood where they live in isn't that safe. So he was there for protection. Now, the officer could have shot him in the arm, could have shot him in the foot, or the black airman should not have answered the door. He didn't know better, but his mother had to bury him, and he was from Alabama. And that is the crazy world that we're living in, because I've had a lady in LA that was shot 5 times in the face by a sheriff because they were arguing when she was washing dishes. She let him in, and I guess he was there to investigate something. Argument ensued. She just kept washing the dishes, and he shot her 5 times in the face. She's dead. She's dead. So when we say don't open the door, you have a good reason not to. Now, if someone does come to your door and leave you paperwork, or you have to follow up on it, you need to seek an attorney. Now, if you can't afford one, then you can ask the court to appoint you one. But it's very important. Yeah, but the attorney that gets appointed, just like this morning case with Jessica, this judge picked the attorney, but the attorney didn't want to talk to Jessica, didn't want to show up. She has over 100 caseloads. All she knows is about criminal law. You see, the judges are stupid too. They're bad. So, and I know you probably don't have the money. That's why you didn't go out and hire Mr. Davis or somebody else that you can hire, because, I have lots of attorneys that are good. In fact, I think that, Mr. Davis and Mark and Art are 3 attorneys that I used in my case because I was wrongfully accused. But it took me to sell my home and lots of money. I'm talking big buckaroos. I lost my home, the home that I had worked for 45 years. I lost a lot of things. At age 60, I was ruined by CPS. I was ruined by CPS. Right. But you're going to have to go to court and fight him with your attorney. Now, let's go looking through the rest of the stuff you're listing there. Okay. They found drugs in the car. What kind of drugs were they? Were they hard drugs? Are they marijuana? Okay. Who put the drugs in the car? Who was driving the car? Now, did he say he put the drugs there? Okay. So what you have is you have a case where you need to hire what's called an investigator to track down the ownership of that car, and then they need to investigate that person. It's a lot of work for parents that are poor, and just because you're poor doesn't mean, or you're low income doesn't mean you should not have a good attorney and good case, because you're being wrongfully accused. If that car, if the owner of that car put the drugs in the car, then they're responsible. But you and your baby father will have to go through a big mess with your daughter, and it'll take time. It'll take some time, because the way the law works is that you should have known that that car was a bad car, not to use that car. You should know the kind of people that you guys hang around with. Now, it's hard to tell a drug dealer from one drug dealer. It's hard to tell a druggie from a non-druggie. But I know you may have some street sense, and you certainly you want to shy away. And then what you should get in the habit, and all you people listening, is inspect the car. If you're going to borrow a car, check the tires, check the oil level, check all the stuff there. A lot of people won't do it because you never know. If that car was low in oil, you could have burned it up and be stuck somewhere. If it had a flat tire, a slow leak, you could have a flat tire. If you look in the trunk and see something suspicious, call 911. Not the police, not CPS. Call 911. But anyway, we can try to help you through this. Is Mia? Is it all right to call you Mia? This happened how old when your daughter was? Okay, so you've been doing this for quite some time then. Did you just find me recently? Did you just find me recently? Okay, okay. I'm glad you called in. My problem is I'm looking at my time now. It's 11 o'clock, and I need to make some phone calls, and I have to end my live stream. That doesn't mean you can call me again tonight or talk further about your case, because I do want to work you through it, which you need to do. Now, did you know by calling in, you're eligible to talk to a real professional attorney, and I'll see if he can talk to you before June 3rd? That's Vincent Davis. That'd be Vincent Davis. All I ask you is to let me put up my phone number. Text me at my phone number 626-698-0990. And then you text me your full name, your email, and your phone number. I know your phone number will show up, but it's easy if you put it all together, because I can copy and paste it to my show producer, who then will contact you and arrange a Zoom conference with Mr. Davis. The normal turnaround is 1 week. But if you sit there and say you have a court date of June 3rd, you can possibly talk to him sooner than that. Now, her email, let me put her email up so you have it there to contact her, okay? Her email is grace at vincentwdavis.com. It's right below my chin. Grace at vincentwdavis.com. That's her email. And tell him that you just spoke to Bob on his show, Bob Pace on his show, and that you have a court date of June 3rd. Can you set up that free 15-minute private Zoom consultation with Mr. Davis sooner? Okay? You can at least try that. Also, if you have $60, which I know it might be kind of hard to do. You can also schedule. I'm sorry, what? Oh, okay. Okay. Well, if you want to talk to him, you can schedule your own consultation for $60 for 30 minutes. All you have to do, you can do both of them. You can still do the free one with the 15-minute, but you can do the 60 minutes for 30 because normally I've heard people sometimes pay as much as 500 for an hour or 300 for a half an hour. But here for 30 minutes for $60, but you have to schedule it yourself. You go to the website, https://www.candely.com/apps VWD/Bob Pace. That's a special thing that I set up. Vincent has nothing to do with it. I set that up so that you can schedule your time with his time he's available. And I heard from Jessica this morning that he's an opening on Saturday evening. He has opening on Saturday evening. But anyway, those are several ways. You got a 15-minute private consultation for 15 minutes. You have a 60-minute for $30, and $60 for 30 minutes. Kept saying that wrong there. Or if you want to, you're in Trenton, New Jersey, so I have to get a quote if you want him to come out there. That's going to be kind of hard because I know that is there. Well, I can get a quote for you on that. I will have to. It's in Trenton, New Jersey. Okay. Yeah. Let me go ahead and I'll call him, get a quote, and then get back to me tonight. All right. I have your number, and I will call you. Okay. I don't know what time Vincent responds to me. It's all up to him. Okay, Mia. All right. I'll see you. Thank you. God bless you. Okay, people, I got to close my shop. I just spoke to Mia Dirk in Trenton, New Jersey. New York, Tony the Tiger. Hi. I like to call right now. I know, Tony, you like to, but I've run out of time. Apparently, my Facebook name is popping up. Okay, I'm so sorry to hear that. Dorothy says I can do one call in at a time, but because a guest, he can do 9 at a time. I'm willing to be one of the 9 guests. Is there 8 more willing to be also? We don't need to have 9 guests. If you want to be a guest of one, you're eligible for it. All you need to do, Dorothy Cook, here it is. To schedule as a guest, all you do is write Grace at vincentwdavis.com. Tell them the time you want to be on. And I will send it. You send it to Grace at vincentwdavis.com, and she'll get you. If you want to be a guest tonight, she'll schedule for tonight. If you want to be a guest tomorrow or the next couple of days, she'll schedule it. You don't have to be 9, but you go to Grace at vincentwdavis.com. vincentwdavis.com. Okay. Let me see who else. I'm trying to catch up with the people. People asked about doge.gov. I put that in there because it's very important. Hi, Christina Reynoso. I'm going to have her hire Mr. Davis. Thank you, Christina Reynoso. I gave out the website for the Doge, the Department of Government Efficiency.gov. I also gave out the phone number. Someone else gave me the phone number, so that was good. She got a 1-day continuance. That's all I was able to do for her. She still has her child in custody. Jessica and Pyro still have their custody child, and they're from Santa Clarita. Hello, Jenith Waver. What is the number? What number are you looking for? You're here, Jathiah Mattel. I don't know. Can you call in? You can call in tonight at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can call in. I'll be live. If you want to hire Mr. Davis and you're serious about hiring Mr. Davis, you can call me at my number right now, 626-698-0990. And I'll help you with the paperwork to hire Mr. Davis. Christine Reynosa. What's Jessica's last name? Is she on Facebook? I don't know her last name. I have to ask her, Christina. And Jeremiah Watfield, please tell me again. It's 626. You can call me tonight at 626-698-0990. And there, Dorothy Cook gave one of the Doge numbers. And thank you, Christina. And you're Luna McCormick from Missouri. Well, welcome, Missouri. Glad to see you. And I think I put the numbers out. I guess I didn't put the numbers there, but the number was given there. Hold on. Let me put the numbers out here. I'll put the numbers out. Okay, these are the Doge numbers. Okay, they're going to be all my Facebook rooms. Okay. All right. Megan Wilson, hello. I'm sorry, I've been so busy. I cannot hear the person talking. I just hear you replying. Okay, Megan. She should have been talking. I could hear her on the phone, but maybe the phone, she was too low. Vincent Davis. Okay, Christina Reynoso. Laura McCormick. What about officers forcing their way into your home over a traffic warrant, even 2 different times? I don't know what they did. If they had a warrant that specifically says they can break into your home, they can enter it. If you or a family member opens the door, they can enter it. If there is danger to children and screaming and yelling or fighting going on, they'll break in the door. But they cannot force their way in the home. If they knock and no one answers, they can't force their way into the home. And I don't know all the details, but Laura McCormick, I'd like to talk to you more. You need to tell me where you're from. Why can't you hear the person? I have no idea why you can't hear. They were talking, Dorothy Cook. Who had the drugs did the car belong to? It belonged to a stranger. What it was, the mother, Mia, in Trenton, New Jersey, the father, the baby father's father borrowed the car. They're in it. They did not have a car seat when they got stopped. And when they searched the car, they probably said, do you have a search warrant? They probably didn't say that. So they searched the car and they found drugs. Now, the drugs could have been planted by the police. It's not unusual to hear police plant things. I'm sorry to say that. I'm really sorry to say that to the police because not all police do that. But, we don't know who put the drugs there. We know that the owner, they got to do an investigation. Hi, Daniel Watt. Hey, Bob, how are you? So good to see you. I wish you're still my co-host, Daniel, because I have so many people. Look at the time. It's already 13 minutes after the hour, and I haven't done my other calls, and I need help with people managing all these calls come in. What are their times tonight? Tonight it's 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, Megan. 7 tonight. There are the Doge numbers. I just put them in. They're in every Facebook thing. Those are the Doge numbers. Those are the Doge numbers. And Mia, I got 2 bands right now. 2. I don't know what that means. I got 2 bands right now for you. Well, thank you. Thank you very, very, very much. Thank you, Mia. And Megan, what's the number for the Department of Government Efficiency? I just put it in there. You didn't see it? It's 202, and it's 456-111-111 or 202-456-1414. I'll be on again tonight, and I'll print all that again tonight. Go to governmentefficiency.gov. Look them up. The numbers are available. They're the White House numbers, direct call to the White House. It's been a very emotional morning because we had a lot of people I talked to and I was trying to help everybody. I felt like the Dutch boy in Amsterdam, Holland, putting the fingers in the dike that had all these leaks. So I will be back there. Thank you, Dorothy Cook, for putting the number up again. Thank you. Thank you, Dorothy. Well, there'll be a brief message after I leave the room from my attorney, Vincent Davis. Please listen to him. Also, if you want to hire Mr. Davis, call me at 626-698-0990. I'll take those calls and help you with the paperwork to hire him. I'll try to get quotes and whatnot. Okay? Okay. Mia, I will try to get that quote for you too. Okay. The numbers again for Doge are 202-456-1111, 4 ones, or 202-456-1414. And I'll try to get them for you on that one there. Anyway, I do have to leave the room. I said the numbers, so hopefully you got them, Megan Wilson. I don't know where you're from, but please call in tonight at 7 o'clock and we can talk about your case. God bless you all. Do not stop fighting for your kids. Don't give up. I'm there for you. I'll say prayers for you. God will protect you. And it will happen. It will take time and a lot of your energy, but keep fighting. Do not give up. Do not give up. Thank you, Dorothy. Thank you. So with that being said, I'll see you tonight. Remember, if you want to hire Mr. Davis, call me at my number right now and I can set you up. This is Bob Pace. We'll be signing off after you hear a message from my attorney.
A vivid picture is encrypted in your mind as the critics get in line like they're witnessing a crime. But then you notice there's a shiver in your spine from the feelings of discontentment and bitterness combined. Heartbroken when you listen to the judges, another kid's innocence corrupted, and if you go against then it's destructive. Consider this predicament the toughest, but we believe in a system fit for justice. Child Protective Services only pretends to save it. The one solution for this is worthy of instant praises. 30 years of experience with relentless cases. Allow me to introduce them. This is Vincent Davis, defending you when they don't think a mother fits the role. Is it juvenile dependency or government control? Observe the pain in their eyes. It's time for us to realize we are the last ones left. Put your faith in